Hey, what's up, besties? It's your girl, Elaine Michelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you so much for stopping back by my channel. If this is your very first time catching your girl, make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell because I would hate for you to miss any more of my videos. So I'm going to be doing my monthly spread in today's video. I'm using a kit from the Planner Shack. I've cut it because I'm just like that. When it's supposed to be cut, I cut things. She did not come out with the foil version this time, and I was like, I need the foil. And so I just reached out to her and I realized that she actually did send me the foil file. So yeah, I'm just not going to worry about it right now. But anyway, so this is the May kit, and I really love these. These are printables, if you guys didn't know, and this is how they come. So you get your strip over here on the side, and then you get this. Now I'm using this for my A5. And you get everything that you need really to do a whole monthly spread. So I also wanted to kind of talk about some of the shop things that are going on. So let's go ahead and jump into this monthly plan with me. All right, so I am in my A5, in my Erin Condren A5 planner. I actually need to move into my new dashboards and stuff, and I have plans on doing that. Just been a little bit busy. So I'm going to take that and just like sit that over to the side over there so our focus can be on our May spread. So let me show you this is what April looked like. How stinking cute was April. And this kit again was from the Planner Shack, and I have a couple of stickers and stuff from some other shops. This doll is from Gold Mine & Cocoa. I love the little dolls that she makes, and I just have some various stickers that I like putting down to make things go. Okay, so now let's get into the May one, which I think I like doing my May spreads anyways. Not May spreads. I like doing spreads for the month. I love that. And just to show you guys my Hobonichi the same way, I did use the same kit as well. So I'll be doing the same thing. I have my smaller kit for my Hobonichi, but I just wanted to make sure that I did everything first. So you'll see this towards the end, just how I set it up. I won't do it over again for you on camera. Okay, so I was watching my girl at PlanItRox, which you guys may know her as PlanItRox, and I absolutely, if you guys didn't know, like, I absolutely love her soul. I love her. She's my auntie in my head, and when I found out she was a planner girl too, I was like, yes, honey. And it just so happened like she had ordered for me, and I didn't want to be a creeper, but then I was kind of being a creeper. I was like, wait a minute, this is her? Okay. And I got really excited that she had ordered from my shop. But anyway, so I was watching her channel. You guys can go watch her monthly spread, and she was kind of asking some questions that I feel like I actually wanted to kind of touch on, but wasn't sure how to do it in a way that it didn't come off as like I was being shady or whatever. So I feel like this is a great way because I can just kind of answer her questions that she had in regards to long lead times and shop stuff, like how shop owners and stuff work. Especially I can really speak on it in regards to Etsy, because I am an Etsy shop owner, in case people didn't already know that I am an Etsy shop owner. All right, so just getting into it, the main question was like, why are lead times so long, and the communication gap between the vendor, or I guess the shop owner, and the customer. So one of the best things that I love when customers reach out to me and they say, hey, I ordered on this day. Well, actually, I don't. Okay, let me just say this. Let me preface this. I try to make sure that my stuff is sent out within 3 to, I believe it says 5 to 7 business days now, because business has picked up. So I just had to be really mindful of that. But I try to get my orders out within a timely fashion. Now, at one point in time, well, just like a little bit ago, I had an assistant, so things were moving a little bit better for me because I had someone helping me and working with me. Everybody does not have that luxury. Most people start their shops based on their love for stickers and wanting to see something different in their planner, or see what they are able to create in their planner. So that's kind of where that comes from. So anyways, lead times kind of vary depending on the shop owner's previous engagements. Excuse me. And mine, for instance, are a little bit different. Again, I had a whatchamacallit, for a minute. I had an assistant, and she's still working. She's just in school, so we just kind of had to do something a little different this time around. But yeah, so with the lead times, there are a lot of things that go into play for that. A lot of shops that are smaller, they are make to order shops, and so when they're putting those lead times out there, it's usually, okay, I have to physically print the sticker, cut the sticker, and then get it shipped out to you. So I've seen some shops lately with some extremely long lead times. I've actually ordered from some shops with extremely long lead times, and because I wanted it, I ordered, you know, anyway. It didn't bother me. I just knew that I was going to get them at this time. Like, I made a, wow, that's crooked. I made a note that I would get them at a certain particular time, and I was okay with that. And the sticker is from the new Wrong book from Happy Planner, the seasonal book. I really like this one. I think you guys would probably like it as well. If you've seen it or you haven't seen it, I'll probably do a flip through, but that little girl stuck out to me when I was getting ready to think about what doll I wanted to use, and I felt like she was right there. All right, so just thinking back on when I got started with my shop and things like that, I know that I had more time because I had what is it, like, basically I had more time because I didn't have as much business. So you were literally probably getting your stickers in 3 to 5 days at the max. Now there's a whole process behind it, and I feel like I'm kind of jumping. I'm sorry if I am. Trying to lay stickers and talk at the same time is a whole task. So I'm just laying these payday flags down. So in essence, as my uncle would say, it is a task to work by yourself and get all these things done. Now, like I said, when I first started, I was getting things out in 3 to 5 days. They put a crunch time on me, but at the same time, I was enjoying it. It was fun, and I was getting things done. Now, all it takes is for your machine to act up one time, and then you're pretty much like out of there. So, I know from experience that you can literally not have, you know, not be planning for any of this stuff to go wrong, and it just goes wrong. It's just, it just does. Like, it just goes wrong, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Oh, there's a Memorial Day in here, I think. Hello Spring, Easter, April Fool's Day. I could have sworn I saw oh, there's a Mother's Day sticker, but I feel like that's too big. It's gonna be like way too big for Mother's Day. Oh, do I have anything on the 19th? I'm just flying back, so I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna stick that there. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. I don't think I see a Memorial's Day. Oh, there is one. Let me stick that over there. I'm just trying to make sure I use all these stickers, y'all. Okay, so anyways, that was just a little background about how I got started and all that stuff and my lead times when I first started out. As I began to get busier, I began to realize that I needed to extend my lead times and not try to stress myself out the way that I was, because I was really stressed, because as business began to pick up, I was trying to keep up with everything, and I wanted my lead times to still be the same. And you have to kind of gauge how you adjust your lead times, because you want people to still purchase from you, but at the same time you don't want to stress yourself out. So it's the whole thing. So anyways, going into the fact that I'm on Etsy, things are a little bit different. So people can literally file a report or claim against you and just say like you haven't given them their stickers in the 3 days that you planned on giving them the stickers. So then when you extend your lead times, it also makes people, hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm trying to, hold on, let me pause for the cause. Over here trying so hard to be conspicuous, and I'm tearing up some stuff. Okay. What was I saying? Okay, so when you're on Etsy, they do have some time frames and some time limits. So once you set that thing saying that it's going to be this time or you're going to ship by this time, your clock starts ticking on Etsy. Now, this is for your protection as well as the buyer's protection, and this just helps to make sure that whatever you have going on, basically, it can be tracked. And now they have even some even better settings on there that you can really get into to make sure that you're not behind and all of that stuff. Okay, so with all of that being said, into shop stuff, every shop every shop can set how they want to do things for their shop. Etsy does not set that for them, and that's why everybody's lead times and things are different. You have some fees and things that come out of the of your bill. Okay, so Etsy shop owners have a whole bill, and now they've set it up and made it differently. So if you have any charges or something that you're owed, you really have to, is that a no school day? I think that's okay. If you have any sort of charges on there, they will make sure that they take their charges. Like, they want their coins. Okay, like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They want their coin. And so you can charge it to the game, but they gonna make you pay for it at the same time. Okay, so all of this stuff is dependent upon what you, oh, that's cute right there, on yourself, because this is me traveling. So I think I'm gonna put this here. No, I'm gonna put this here because it's like the business girl. Yeah, okay. So anyways, the way the fees and stuff work, each shop is different. If you don't have any money in your thing, you can't, you can go ahead and ship things. But if it gets towards the end of the month and your first of the month comes and you still owe money, they will shut your shop down. And there are some shops who run their businesses off of, you know, the money that they make, and so they may not make enough to cover their bill anymore, and it causes them to kind of go into a place where they can't even ship your orders. So that's a thing as well. But overall, the main complaint that I have heard over the past couple of days and all that stuff, like not even days, over the past couple of months, has been these long lead times. So let's talk about what causes a long lead time. Again, everybody prints and stuff different. Shops have different sizes, and with different size shops, you run into different lead times. I know most places are 1 to 2 weeks. I am 5 to 7 business days based upon what I have going on or what items I'm actually using at that moment. So like when I released my charms, I extended the lead time only because I know it takes more time to do that, like sitting down and handcraft and stuff. It takes a lot more time to do that than it does to do some other things. So that was something that was like kind of important to me, that I made sure that I posted those lead times in a way that I would be covered in case I wasn't able to do the things that I needed to do. Okay, so I'm gonna use one of these stickers for graduation, and I guess I don't have any more around, so I'm just gonna mark this one here because this is Bubba Bear's graduation, and so I just want that to be duly noted on the 24th. But yeah, so some questions like what goes on behind it, you know, whatever. So most of us are print to stock type thing, so we're printing them up, and my printer, I don't know about y'all's, I don't know how everybody else's printer works, but my printer is like a whole thing. It has issues that it doesn't want to talk to me sometimes. Like there are times when my printer was like, oh, okay, you thought you was cute, you thought this was a thing, nah son, we ain't doing this today. And you'd be like, really? Like I can't get you to work. I can't get you to work. Like I just want you to work, and my printer has to the ink has to dry on the paper, so I have to wait maybe like a couple of minutes for the ink to dry. So sometimes I'll print the stickers out in the morning. When I come back home, I work on them at night, and then there are times when I can just sit here and I just print some, work on the ones that other did, and print some more, blah blah blah. I know everybody doesn't have the luxury of doing that. Even with the stay-at-home moms, there's still stuff that they're doing at home that is, you know, that has to be done. So that's one of the processes that I find to be very interesting for me, is the fact that I I have to let things dry before you can cut it. My machines are kind of sensitive. I do have 2 cutting machines. I have a Portrait, the first generation one, which is not Bluetooth, and I have a Portrait, the second generation one, which is Bluetooth, and I kind of like it and I kind of don't. It's kind of one of those love-hate relationships that I have with it, only because that one actually acts up a lot more. So are the lead times a little bit extended these days? Yes. Do I think people are biting off more than they can chew? Yes. Do I think that's what their intentions are? No. I don't think their intentions are to tell you that they're going to ship out a product and then not really ship it out. But some good points were brought up, like you have given your money to something. So if you've given your money, you would expect the same courtesy on the inside of everything. And I find that sometimes, even as a consumer, I don't get that same communication that something is going to be behind. Hey, I was going to ship this, but I couldn't. Or even just like, this is my thing. If you're going to be late, like, send me like an extra oops sticker, or send me an extra freebie or something. Like, I'm not too particular about what, but it makes me happy when shops send me, you know, something saying, hey, you know, I'm sorry, or taking the time to talk to me about them not shipping it on time. Because if I've already waited 2 weeks for my stickers, more than likely, if y'all are like me, I forget stuff. But in the same sense, I also have to be mindful that people have whole lives, and when things happen, okay, we just have to be mindful of things are happening for other people as they would with me, and this is just stickers. But it's still your money, it's still your coin, I get it, but it's just stickers. So some things that I think that both the customers and the suppliers, supply and demand, should think about when creating your lead times. I think you should be honest with your lead times and strive to get them out sooner. And it's okay to close your shop and say, you know what, like, I just really can't complete all of these orders right now. Get on your Instagram, get on your social media platform, wherever you're using, and let your customers know, like, hey, I had a lot of orders come in, and although I want to get this out in this particular time frame, I'm unable to do so. And that type of communication makes your buyer feel more comfortable, and they'll purchase with you again. They'll also let people know that, yeah, even though this situation has happened, I still enjoyed their stickers when they got here. I even, you know, got the communication, and so I didn't feel like I was left out of the loop. Now, with that being said as well, I'm trying to get this 10 off of here. With that being said as well, customers, you know, just don't feel like you can't reach out to the people and ask them about your stickers if it is getting close to that time and you see that your order has not moved. As far as this printing out like whole, I don't want to cover that, maybe I'll put that right there. Printing out sticker shipping labels beforehand, you have to actually, I can only speak about Etsy, I don't know about the other shops like on Shopify, but you have to actually go into a setting to print them off. Now, if you're mass printing off things, shipping labels for things that are due all in one day, and maybe you have something, because this has happened to me, this actually just happened this week, where I printed off a bunch of my shipping labels to go ahead and get them shipped because I knew I had this stuff ready. And what I didn't see on the order was that there were 2 orders with customs, and so with those customs, they do take a little bit longer because I don't have them ready to go, and I have to adjust my designs and all that stuff to get them there. And so what I didn't realize in me printing all of the ones off that were due in that time was that those orders were included in there. Once you print a shipping label, that's it. Like, unless you want to repay for shipping, then you're kind of on the side of saying, you know what, I'm going to have to just do this and contact them and tell them that, you know, I won't be able to get this to them in the time that I thought I was going to be able to get this to them. So, anyway, so that's just one example of when you're printing out things. You know, just be mindful of what you're printing out. Be mindful of the shipping label. Like, some people print off their shipping labels like for the week. Like, I know I'm gonna ship it for the week, and then they get those done. Or I print them out for Wednesday. I know today is Monday, but I'm printing them out for Wednesday, and you may forget to click the button that says notify the customer on Wednesday, and so now they've been notified at this point. They're like, okay, well, it's 11 o'clock at night, why am I getting a notification that it's shipped? That must mean it's going out tomorrow. But in realistic life, it's not going out until like Wednesday, which means you probably won't see something moving until Thursday, which I know causes a lot of stress and a lot of franticness. Like, oh my gosh, I got this notification and I have not received any movement on my shipment. And that's okay to talk to the supplier and let them know. What I hope is that suppliers are not, and I'm calling them suppliers because I work in a supply chain, so I call them suppliers. But what I hope with shop owners and stuff that they're not doing is printing out labels knowing that they can't ship it by this date and it's never going to happen, and they aren't communicating with the customers, because that's important. Communication is important, regardless if it's good, bad, or ugly. It's important. If USPS hasn't moved your products and you're sitting there like, okay, well, where is it at? Like, I see her still posting and everything, like everything copacetic. Like, dude, is my order already gone or is it not really gone? So I think it's just a good way to just be honest about your shipping times and things like that. And I'm kind of getting off on a tangent, but I just want you guys to know it's a lot that goes on behind the scenes in regards to the shipping and all of that stuff, depending on the person and how they have things set up. I work literally like maybe 7 minutes away from a post office, and so on my lunch hour I go and drop off the orders during lunchtime. If they have a really busy line, I don't get them checked in because I don't have time to stand in that line. But if their line is not busy, I'll stand in line and get them checked in, because I feel like that's something that's important for me to do so that you guys can see the movement like fairly quickly. And by fairly quickly, I mean like quickly. So I'm just laying this down. Okay. Yeah, so like you'll see the movement fairly quickly once you get the notification. You'll start seeing things moving in USPS probably like the next day, if not by that evening, depending on who's working the stuff that particular day. Because I have some of my post office workers there, like they know me, they know what my purpose is. I'm like, they go ahead and they get my items out as quickly as possible so that people aren't waiting on them. And I love and appreciate my team for that, and I call them my team because they are part of it. And then there's times that my orders just get lost, like they just lost out here in these streets, lost in the sauce, and I'm like, okay, this is not okay. I'm not okay with this. And I tell them like, hey, what's going on? And they respect me enough to say, oh, such and such, this and this happened, whatever. Oh, I can put this one down here. And I become aware of what's going on. So yeah. Ultimately, I said all of that to say, be aware of your lead times as a supplier. Be aware of your lead times as a customer, knowing what you're getting yourself into. If you don't like to wait, if you got no patience and you hate waiting, you probably want to get a shop that has things that are already made, ready to go, or with shorter lead times. But if you have some patience and stuff, then, kind of take it from there and just wait on it. I get people, sometimes they'll send me a message like they order one day, and by like they'll order on a Monday, and by Wednesday they're like, hi, I was just wondering when my stuff was going to be shipped. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I get all frantic and stuff thinking like I've missed the order or something, I'm behind on it. And y'all know I have anxiety, so if I see that, I'm like tripping. I'm trying to figure out what I done did, if I missed something or whatever. And it may not always be the case that you missed something. It's just the fact that you literally need to they just wanted something that you were unable to give them at that time. That's it. Like, you couldn't physically get everything out in that short period of time, and so you just explain to them what the process is for your orders, and then let that be that. All right, let me put this down. I'm almost done too, you guys. So yeah, if shops are having attitudes with you about their lead times and stuff, like, just don't shop with them again. Like, there has to be some consumer responsibility. If a big shop is telling you that stuff is going to happen at this time and it doesn't happen at this time and you feel like it should, by all means, like, I mean, I ain't telling you to you don't have to put people on blast to put them on blast. This is how you can literally say, you know what, I'm just not going to shop with them again. This wasn't a pleasurable experience, and so I'm not going to be spending my hard-earned coins on people who don't care about my money. So if they don't care enough to send you a message, if they don't care enough to you know, be nice when they talk to you, because sometimes people are working by themselves and they're getting to the messages as quickly as possible. You have to filter through the 15 to 17 messages that you have on your Etsy shop thing. You have to shift through your DMs and get through the requests that are there, because there are tons of requests that you get from day to day. And with those requests, you're like, okay, all right, let me see how I can do this. And you can constantly say, don't DM me, or, you know, don't do it this way. But, you know, everyone has their mode of communication, and if they feel like they can't get a hold of you, or that it's quicker, because I'm like that too, and I had to find myself apologizing to people because I'm like that. If I see you on Instagram one day and you post and I'm like, oh, okay, you are on your DMs, I can I'm gonna just go ahead and hit you up right here, not realizing that, you know, they have their things too, where they don't really want to be contacted on Instagram. They just want to keep everything business wise put on their business platform so that they don't miss anything. So I've been told that myself, and I'm a whole shop owner out here in these streets, so I know that, you know, you have to find what way you want to communicate with them, but find out which way works best for them, and then just send them a reminder like, hey, I sent you a message over on your platform, or I sent you an email, can you check it? But you have the power. This is what I was getting at. You literally have the power to change some of these dynamics in regards to how we deal with this is my book over here. In regards to how we deal with shop owners and how we deal with shop things. If we aren't going to be consumers that are holding people responsible, that we know for a fact, like, come on, yo, like, you know, you couldn't make that lead time because you got 100 orders, or, you know, you a big shop. Like, you just really have to be really mindful of what your end goal is. Ooh, that's cute. I'm gonna put that on there so make sure I know I'm flying out. Of what your end goal is with people, and just be mindful that people have expectations, that they want their stuff, and it's okay for them to ask you questions. How else are they going to find out things? So as consumers, you be responsible. If this shop isn't giving you what you need, or they haven't performed to your liking, there are reviews you can leave, there's feedback you can do, you can talk to them, whatever. Like, just don't keep ordering from them. Like, I don't understand if you're getting bad service. Like, why would you keep ordering from someone that's giving you bad service, even if their stickers are really cute? That way they can get in a mindset. If you told them that, hey, I don't like, you know, your long shipping times, I don't like this, and then they could be mindful of that going forward. So just little things I say, you know, kind of keep in mind, that so that you're aware and you're making them aware, because you don't know what you don't know, and that's the honest to God truth. I can sit up here all day long and tell you all the things I know that about Etsy, and how this shop shouldn't be doing this and this shop shouldn't be doing that, but that's not my place. All I can tell you as a consumer, hold your people responsible. Hold them responsible. If your stickers aren't cut, that don't mean go blast them, because things happen, but at the same time, you make sure that you getting what you need to get from them in regards to how you handle things, like to how you want to see your things handled. So I think this is everything, and I've tried it and talked to you guys this whole time. I think my camera's gonna cut off here very soon. I was looking for my nail appointment ones that I have, my nail emojis. Really, that's what I was looking for, because I wanted to mark my nail appointments off. But I guess it doesn't want me to be great today. So let me see if they're over here to the side. But yeah, you have to hold them responsible, hold them accountable, and that way they can learn, because you don't know what you don't know. And if people are continuously buying from these places and getting agitated and whatever, then the same culture is just continuing to be repeated. And I mean, how are we learning? How are we growing from that? How are we getting any better? We're not getting any better. We're not being told like, hey, you need to do better. Like, you really need to step your game up. Like, this isn't the thing that's working for you. It's taking up too much of your time. It's this, it's that, you know, those types of things that happen. I had a conference call on that day too. But yeah, I think my camera's gonna cut off on me, so I'm just adding in these conference call stickers here just so that I know I have some conference calls coming up. These stickers are in my shop if you guys are interested in getting them. There are a ton of different stickers in my shop that you can get into. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and close this out so I can finish doing what I was doing. But I have some new bits and things like that coming out, and you guys will see those. Okay, so it cut me off. I was talking about my stickers and all that stuff. The new bits I have coming out, I'm excited about those. I think I'm gonna use, I needed something for my planner meetup that we had, and I thought I had a planner meetup type thing situation going on. I do need to do some Netflix binging, but I want to put some little workout stickers so I know which days I'm going to be working out. I have her kickboxing. Hopefully I can get that one pretty soon. My artist is working on all of that stuff right now. I think I'm gonna stick her over here because that's where she belongs. I don't want to cover up Trisha Appreciation Day though. So yeah, these are my workout days. I said I wasn't gonna be on here long, and here I am being on here long. So warm, so tight. I don't know anybody's birthday was being that day, so I'm not concerned about that. We know we're working out here. Okay, and then I like to kind of put where, like, okay, so I know next week I don't have anything on that Monday, so I'm gonna do my kickboxing on that day, and I have kickboxing here. And then this is a nail appointment day, so I know I can't do it on this day. I'll be going out of town, coming back in town on that Monday. I'll be doing kickboxing then, and then kickboxing there, and then that Thursday I can do kickboxing too because I don't have anything, so we'll put that there so we know what days we are working this thing out. And then that's Memorial Day, so we probably won't work out there. I may do a Saturday. I'll commit to doing that Saturday, doing that workout on that Saturday. That's gonna be for myself. And then this is the day after Memorial Day, so that's fine. And then I have a nail appointment here, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, let's put down our nail girls. So warm and so light. I just been listening to a lot of like love songs and stuff, so y'all have to excuse me. There we go. And I do have her coming. I have Bit coming with a emoji, with something for her nails, because y'all know I love getting my nails done, so it's a whole thing. And I know on Saturday I really need to put in some work, not just for more so for my channel. I have a lot of content that I need to put out, and I just have not been able to, so I really need to put some focus in that week on doing some work. And then I also need to put in some more focus on this day. So if I see it, then I'm really good at like going ahead and planning for it. Like, I know that this day, that way I don't plan anything too strenuous, so I'm able to work around that. Like, those days are the ones that I really like put in the work. Okay, in the work. And let's see, I'm just looking over here to see if there's anything that is coming out, sticking out to me that I need to put on there. I don't think so. I was looking for another airplane, but I can't find one in the color that I want. So I'm just going to just lay these things down as we see fit. And this will be when I do my budget here, so that I know that that's coming up and I can get that stuff done. All right, so I think that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope you guys have enjoyed all of this chit chat and talk, and let me know your thoughts and things like that behind how you're feeling about, you know, just the shops in general and different things that you may be thinking about. You know, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. But again, just make sure we're bridging that gap between the customer and the supplier, the shop owner. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Mwah! KK, bye!